We want you to keep fighting, bro.
I don't know. Do you guys still want to like see a $4 million man put you guys to sleep? Or what?
Oh, you know what you're talking about, right?
Of course, I'm talking about Shakur.
$4 million.
$4 million.
Ooh, we didn't get into Shakur.
Oh, yeah, I want to see like entertainment, and then pay the man for that entertainment.
Well,
you know,
I got Devin being.
I give it all different kind of traits of skills. I mean,
Shakur Stevenson won't smoke with everybody, huh? Shakur Stevenson beefing with everybody, ain't he? He said y'all better keep his name out y'all motherfucking mouth, nigga. Do you hear what I'm talking about? Now, honestly, Shakur brought it on to himself with that last performance because everybody know he talking good game. But he had that lackluster last performance against De Los Santos, and he's still taking heat for it, you know? I mean, every day or every other day, every week, it's somebody new who he beefing with. Now, honestly, a lot of these mugs that's talking now really don't want no smoke with him. Or maybe they do now after seeing how he performed because he had a bad performance. Maybe they do now. But a lot of them was not saying Shakur's name or they was giving him praise. So, I mean, yeah, he had a bad performance, but let's not act like, you know what I mean, he ain't still like that. Or it ain't still like he can be like that, shall I say. I mean, I don't know. He got to show us that he like that at this point. But it's like he seems to be beefing with mostly everybody at 140. That's what it seemed like. Like, shit, he was already beefing with Haney. Haney moved up from 135 to 140, and they still be beefing now. He was recently into it with Ryan Garcia. And now, just now, the latest is Teofimo Lopez. Was the most recent he was into it. It's like everybody that said something about him except Gervonta Davis. Everybody except Tank that said something about him. Tank like, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Like, I'll whoop all you niggas. That's what type of time Tank on? I don't know what type of time he on, but it's like Shakur is really getting into it with everybody at 140. Or a few. I ain't gonna say everybody, but everybody who he been into it with, they're at 140. They're not even at 135. Meanwhile, Shakur is still at 135. And Shakur even went as far as to saying, Ryan Garcia, you can get it next. He say he take him next in his next fight. And you know what? That'd be nice to see, honestly. Niggas, I don't know if niggas just talking or ain't nobody taking that serious, but I find that to be an interesting fight, and I tune into that. I pay for that pay-per-view. Me personally, you know, because I think that would be action-packed, honestly. Especially with all this big mouthing that's going on back and forth. I think, you know, that could set out to be a good fight. Only problem is, Shakur told him that he can get it next and he'll stand right in front of him. But then he turned around and say he can see him at a catch weight unless he want to come down to 135 and be a real champion. But, bro, no, nigga, no. You can't be, you know, you can't call him out, right, and say he can get it next and then expect him to come down to your weight. And then, you know, he would probably end up being the A side, probably. No, I'm not even going to say that. Well, probably so, though, based off of this. It depends on what they go off. If they go off for sales, pay-per-view sales, Ryan Garcia only had that pay-per-view with Tank Davis, and we all know that did over 1 million. Meanwhile, you know, Shakur, it ain't looking too good right now. So, I mean, but who cares about who the A-side, B-side shit? Don't nobody care about all that. But if they was to actually make that fight happen, that's something that I personally, I would like to see and I would tune into. But you can't say meet you at no catch weight. You got to go up to 140. Go up to 140. Why not? Shakur probably walking around like 160 or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can go to 140. 140 won't hurt you. You can do 140. Now, if you don't want to stay at 140, don't. But you can go up there and get that big time payday, though, from Ryan Garcia if that's what you want to do. Because that's a big payday for you. You ain't get the Tank payday yet. And, I mean, if you ain't finna get that next, why not go ahead, go up to 140, fight Ryan Garcia, do your 1-2 step. You can get your feet wet at 142 at the same time. You know what I mean? Then go back down to 135 where you got your belt, you know what I mean? And go from there. I'm just saying, if you're not going to go up to 140, Shakur, then what's the point of even beefing with all these niggas? You know what I'm saying? With Teofimo, with Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, ain't none of them gonna come down to 135. Ain't none of them gonna come down to 135. You know? And I understand that he pissed off. He might dog walk them niggas though while they steady playing with his name. They steady playing with that man. I know he got some shit on his chest now. He probably feel like he gotta prove himself, you know? Well, hey, he put himself in that predicament, so it is what it is at the end of the day. You got him and Tio going back and forth today because Tio done sat up and called him a born fighter. Everybody calls Shakur a born fighter. Hey, y'all better quit playing with Shakur. Hey, don't be bullying him, though. Damn. They out here bullying Shakur. Shakur, he say he's standing on business, though. He say he don't give no fuck. He's still with all that stupid shit. He say everybody that's saying his name, but none of them want to fight him. I don't think it's that they don't want to. Well, at first they didn't want to fight him, actually, when it was at 135. Whoever was there at the time. But now, I think if they do fight him, or would fight him, they would want him to come to 140. So, Shakur can't even really say that unless he's willing to go up to 140. Go ahead, go to 140. I don't see why not. You know, I mean, that's just me, though. That's just me. T.O. talking about it's okay for him to be second best next to him. Like, T.O., he posted something with Floyd Mayweather saying that. But T.O., you can chill, dude. Chill. Dude be talking crazy as hell, but, I mean, he decent. He decent, but I'm not impressed. You know, he thinks he's such an entertainer. And for the people who saying he didn't duck Haney, I tell you what. Y'all call it what y'all want. I ain't gonna call it a duck. I ain't gonna call it a duck. But I'm not gonna say it's not a duck. But what I will say is that Teofimo Lopez and his daddy, they said in order for them to fight Devin Haney, they wanted $20 million. $20 million fucking dollars. So if they want $20 million fucking dollars to fight Devin Haney, what would you call that? Pricing yourself out, right? Some people would call pricing yourself out what? They would call that a fucking duck. I'm just saying this for the people who saying like T.O. ain't never duck Haney. Well, what do you call it? Him asking for $20 million to fight Haney, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. And then they say he just recently turned down some offer, not contract, but some offer to fight Ryan Garcia he had turned down. Something about 1.5. I don't know. It's in the air. Whatever the fuck that may mean. It's in the air. So, I mean, T.O. can relax. Like, T.O., he steady running around and turning down shit, but want to fight Tank. It looked like he aiming to fight Tank because everybody want to see Tank because everybody want that fucking payday. Now, if you don't get the Tank fight, not saying that he won't, but not saying that he will. And if you don't, though, what, you just going to sit on the shelf until what? You know your worth? T.O. has some feminine ways, man. Stop acting like a little bitch, boy. Damn. Get your ass in that motherfucking ring. Because if you don't fight Gervonta Davis next, who the fuck are you going to fight? And I'm curious to see who the fuck Tank going to fight too, but I get on Tank ass motherfucking later. Because Tank ain't out here running his motherfucking mouth everywhere like everybody else. So we'll get to him later. And he said he'd be back top of next year, 2024. So whatever. But I'm saying, though, as far as the 140 division go, the fuck? And why don't nobody want to see Matias? Everybody real quiet on Matias like he ain't got no belt in the 140 division. What's to that? Don't think motherfuckers don't see that. I see the play. Then motherfuckers like what Matias got to offer. He got a fucking belt. Knock it the fuck off. Y'all be trying to protect these fucking fighters like they y'all fucking brothers or they y'all homeboys and shit. Let them motherfuckers be fighters. Let fighters be fighters. Even if you think they gonna get their ass beat, well, that's what the fuck they signed up for. Let them fucking show and prove. Let them get their ass in that square circle and make it do what it do. Get off they fucking nuts trying to protect fighters and shit. These niggas don't fucking know y'all. And even if they do know y'all, so the fuck what? This is what the fuck they signed up for. The fuck? Fucking irritating as fuck. But will Shakur go to 140 for the smoke and keep his belt at 135 and go back down there and defend that afterwards? I don't know. We'll see. But that's the question. Because he beefing with all of the 140. He beefing with Rolly, too. He had 140. He beefing with Rolly. You know? I mean, shit, he beefing with all of them. So go on, move up there, go on, get some of that smoke then, Shakur. I mean, shit, the fuck? It ain't like you can't make 140. It ain't like you too small for 140. You just not at 140. Shit. And you older than shit, some of them, so what the fuck? Whatever, but whatever. We'll see what happens, man. Just let's not just keep all this big mouthing, motherfuckers steady running their mouth on Twitter, and then don't nothing come behind it or nothing comes out of it, because then that's what's irritating. You know, this could be good for boxing or it could be bad for boxing. Let's see what the fuck happens. Motherfuckers got to get in that motherfucking ring and go ahead and knuckle up.